Hello everyone, welcome back to our Python complete course. So in the previous video, we study about inheritance, where one class can inherit the property and method of another class. So today we are going to study about another important pillar of object-oriented programming, that is polymorphism. So polymorphism makes program more flexible by allowing the same method or interface to behave differently depending on the object. The word polymorphism comes from the Greek word that poly, that means many, and morph, that means form. So polymorphism means many form. So by the end of this video, we will understand about what is polymorphism, method overriding, method overloading, duck typing, operator overloading, runtime polymorphism, and real life example. So let's begin. So this is polymorph. So this is the introduction of polymorphism. That polymorphism is one of the four pillar of object-oriented programming. It allows the same interface or method name to perform different tasks depending on the object. Then what is polymorphism? So the word polymorphism means many forms. In Python, different object has respond differently to same method call. So basically, the polymorphism allows the same method name to perform different tasks depending on the object that call it. For example, imagine a person. The same person behave differently depending on the situation. At a school, he act like a student. At home, he act like a son or daughter. At work, he act like a someone employee or someone boss. So one person, many roles. This is similar to polymorphism. Yeah. So let's take an example of it. Like, So here look like this. Here the both classes have same method, that is sound. Both have to make, like dog also had to make sound, cat also had to make sound. But when you see it, their output is different. So so this is the basic example of polymorphism. Like dog has the same method, that is sound, but he barks, and cat has the same method, sound, and he meow. So this is the basic example of polymorphism. So next, before going to the method overriding, I also want to tell you about the types of morphism. So basically, Python mainly support five type of polymorphism. First one is method overwriting. Second one is method overloading using default arguments. Third one is duck typing. Fourth one is operator overloading. And fifth one is runtime polymorphism. So these are the basically five type of polymorphism. So let's move to all of this one by one. So first one is method overriding. A child class provides its own implementation of a method already defined in the parents class. So basically method overriding happen when a child class provides its own version uh, of a method already defined in the parent class. Like, here the child class override the parent sound method. So like this. So you all are, so my next question is, why is method overriding? So basically, method overriding allow child class to provide behavior specific to name while keeping the same method name. Example, if you take a vehicle, then it has car, bikes. So each vehicle has a start method, but the implementation may differ. That how it will start, like in bike it have kick method, in car it have you can automatically start by pressing button on the car, like so. So traditional method overriding is not directly supported in Python. So instead Python use default argument, variable length arguments. So example of it, like that is method overriding, I guess. So moving to it. So Python does not support traditional method overloading, but similar behavior can be achieved using default argument or star arguments. So traditional method overriding, that means same method name with different parameter is not directly supported in Python. Instead, Python use different argument, variable length argument like a star arguments like this. If you want an example, like this. There is a unknown in line number 15 error occur like this. Mm. So I hope you guys understand from it. So now moving to the next topic, that is duck typing. In Python, if an object we have like the required type, it can be used without checking its actual class. So basically, if it Python follow the principles. If it walk like a duck and quack like a duck, it is a duck. So in Python, the object type is less important than its behavior. Like if you make a class function named duck, then they found a self print quack, and then dog bark. Then you make a another class that is by def make sound animal and dot animal dot sound. I will give you explain you by the basic example. Like if you So the function work with any object that has sound function like this, the quack, dog bark like this. Now the next one is operator overloading. So Python allow operator such as plus and a star to work differently with different object type throughout a special method. So basically operators such as plus, minus and a star multiplication can behave differently for different object types. Like if we print, you will know that it will probably print 8 here. But if you type like this, hello, a string, this is in a string, then it will print like this. Uh, so the plus operator perform addition for integer and concaten- concatenation for a string. So then the next is runtime polymorphism. So basically, method overriding is resolve a runtime based on the object actual data. So basically, runtime polymorphism occur when the method to execute is determined while the program is running. Method overriding is an example of runtime polymorphism. So basically, advantage of so these are the all types of runtime, all types of polymorphism. So I will explain you again about runtime. So basically, runtime polymorphism occur when the method is to execute is determined while the program is running. Or method overwriting is an example uh, of runtime polymorphism. This is an example of method of runtime polymorphism. So now the advantage, it improve flexibility, support code reuse, reduce complexity, easier maintenance, make program ex- extensible, improve readability. So its application are used in GUI application, game development, API framework, machine learning, and enterprise software. So these are the practice program like duck typing and time. All example you should do. These are the interview question like define polymorphism, explain method overwriting, what is duck typing, what does Python support be, why, how does Python support operator overloading. So for polymorphism is a hook concept that allow the same method or interface to behave differently depending on the object. And what is the difference between method overwriting and method overloading? That method overwriting occur when the child class redefine a parent class method, and method overloading means using the same method name with different parameters. Python simulates overloading using default arguments. Like duck typing, duck typing is a Python feature where an object suitability is defined by the method it provides rather than its class type. So this is the chapter summary where we cover polymorphism, overloading like this, all this, runtime polymorphism, practice user, duck typing operator, all like this. So thank you guys for the video.